Hello, gamers. We're checking out Leap Year. It's one of them there Metroidvanias that they call them, where it's a platforming game where you learn stuff. Oh yeah, 2 years. Obviously I made like all the way up until a year, and then they didn't let me make badges until, or they let me make badges up until like a year. And then they were like, oh, you know, you gotta stick around a little bit longer if you're gonna get more badges. I was like, okay, that's fair. Okay. That kills me. I get it. Alright. So it seems like there's fall damage in this game. Interestingly enough. Do I get to slide through here? Alright. It's fine. Okay. Was that too much damage? I don't understand. Yeah, so there's some things to learn about the game, I think. I feel like I'm not supposed to be able to get this, but I also want to prove the game wrong. Oh, okay. I see. So you have to like... Whoa. It's grids. There's a grid button in this game. Alright. I knew how to die. That's a very easy one for me. I know spikes are bad for your health. So it seems like you can't jump too high, otherwise that will just kill you also. You die to your own fall damage, which is exactly how I would want it. Okay. So we can use the bumpies. The ceiling, as some people call it, to cushion our upward momentum. That was apparently too much upward momentum, and so is that. Alright. I think you gotta, like, kind of... Oh, too much. Alright. So, this is a game about learning. And I learned that that's still too high. But yeah, I kind of like... This is a fun little genre for me. Fun little genre of games that you have to learn stuff. Uh-oh, that's gonna kill me. That's okay. They got me a flag. I can live with that, so you can fall down. Simple enough, and then jump up like... Oh, too high. Is that a little gray feller over there? Still too high. Alright. It's been a pretty good weekend for me. Good week after kind of just an off week last week. I managed to recharge a little bit. Been feeling a little off. All right. Yep. How do I get down from here? It's too high. That's too high. And now I'm stuck up here. Unless I can, like... That's too high, still. Is there a button I can push, perhaps? Wow. That is... They really give you no room for error here, huh? What if I... That's still too far of a jump. Can I, like... Oh, maybe that's like a hole in the ground. Nope, not a hole in the ground. Do I have all the buttons? There's only 2 buttons in this game. It's a pretty simple game so far. Continue, please. I hope I'm not soft locked. I don't think I'm soft locked, but I don't know what I should do here. Wow, just gonna bash my brain against a wall here until something changes. Maybe this is like a soft lock. Land on the gray guy? Ah! See, maybe you should be playing this game, huh? I've committed a triple homicide. This is simply no good. Okay, so you can kind of like bonk your head on top to prevent yourself from going any higher. That's fine. That was a little bit early of a jump. This is why you're here, Paper Mache, not Phyrexian. I'm sorry, I'm getting... Apparently, I can't even remember the names of 3 of my chatters. But I'm glad you're here. Did you see the it is kind... Whoa, speaking of secrets. Okay. Well, that'll be good for the speed run. I don't know if you saw the... Oh, that's definitely too high. If you saw the coverage, I think it was like the interview that Lady Gaga did for Joker. And she was saying, like, it's when I become Harley Quinn, it's like I have to put on a completely new persona and be somebody that I've never been before. It's really quite fascinating. It's like Lady Gaga is just describing what acting is to, like, anybody who's never seen like a movie. True. I don't know how to play video games. They're not really my favorite thing to do, you know? That is not a good jump there for me. Okay. Now, is there a way for me to still... Oh, too high, huh? Okay, so... all right. Alright. Bonky. Bonky. Just gotta scooch over a little bit further to the right. And that was definitely not it. I'm trying to speedrun for some reason. I don't want to take my time. Let's see. Yeah, work has kind of been a bit of a drag lately. And not in a fun way. We just like... We keep hitting the 95% mark at work. And every time we hit the 95% mark, we find all kinds of like new software bugs and stuff. So each time we think that we're out of the woods, we keep finding new issues. And it's like, this is the project that truly never ends, which happens a lot in software. But it doesn't make it any more frustrating to work on the same thing for several months, which I know, I yuck it up. This is how software works. This is just any agile development, or I guess waterfall for that matter. Oh, I did a sequence break. Joker having a $200 million budget. Yeah, that's it's kind of insane. And I don't know if you've seen the trailer for Joker 2 yet, but it's a little silly, I guess is all I have to say. Like, I don't know who this movie is for. It's definitely not for me. Like, I thought the first one was fine. I might, like, be a little bit more down on it at this point in my life than... Whoa! Okay, so apparently if you fall so hard, you bounce. You bounce on it. Whoops. Yeah, it does look, like, extremely bad. It's just like, who is this movie for? Why does it exist? Is your target audience people who think that the Joker was actually a hero in the first movie? Because I gotta tell you, those people should not be buying movie tickets, is all I'm saying. They should be locked up. We should lock up those people. But yeah, I don't know, like, and the thing that is, like, the funniest part for me... Hey, Kersey, welcome. Thank you. I know you're probably going to be watching Chibli instead, but it means a lot that you would pop in. The thing that I find like funny too is they decided to. Oops, that's too far. They decided to have a another staircase scene in Joker 2. Yeah, like what? How is? I've never heard Joaquin Phoenix sing before, to be fair, but also it's like it's not that I think that he'll be bad, it's just that I don't know why I want to hear him sing, you know? Is that bad? Should I not have said that? Person with a completely reasonable take. Is that wrong? So to kind of figure out where I'm going here. Because now the world feels like my oyster. Feels like I've got a lot of other places to go with it. Oh yeah, alright. That's right. I forgot I can bounce. Thank you. That's fine. I heard you got diarrhea. Because you said so yourself. You said that you have diarrhea or something. Is that right? Maybe not diarrhea, but it was definitely stomach issues. Diarrhea had me, man. Like diarrhea of a wimpy kid. Hey, how come that movie's not about poop? Just kidding. I don't know. I'm kind of just vamping here while I'm figuring out what to do next. Should not have done that. You have more spicy food to eat. Brother, I got bad news for you. I would maybe save the spicy food for a time when you're not feeling so sick. Personally, that's my advice. I'm starting an advice column, and that's the beginning of it. Yes, get sick twice. Because you can learn once. Everything else is a mistake. Because after you've learned, you're like, you know, am I going to make the same mistake again? Yes? Then okay. That's true. I do keep dying. Because I'm making a lot of mistakes. It's a cool little game. And I think what I appreciate about it is I'm learning. This is a learning stream. We're educating ourselves by dying. Okay, so, I've already been over there. So I've got to come all the way back over here. I guess I should have just gone down, instead. Yeah, if you like little games, Sock Pop Interactive is definitely... They're the bee's knees. They make a bunch of cool little games. I have to, like, fall down slowly. I called it something like that. It's called... Well, I say it's called. There is a growing genre of video game called a Metroid Brainia, which sounds silly, I'll admit, but oh, how cool is that? You could just bounce on it, which that joke won't get old during this stream. I will say, Kersey, I saw you play in this like really cool Quake mod with like basically it looked like a gravity hammer and stuff. That looked fun. I'm sure that the Quake community can cook with a lot of interesting game design stuff, because it's a fun, flowy game. You know, that definitely feels like a little puzzle, like a meta puzzle right there. That's so cool. Yeah, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I will say when Balatro was in its infancy, when it was just a twinkle in Local Thunk's eye, the dev came into my stream the day after I streamed the demo, and asked me some questions. Uh-oh. Ah, shoot. I want to die. Bad ending. Yeah, local Thunk. Well, this was before he was popular, okay? This was before everybody wanted to be in local Thunk's pocket, you know? But yeah, he came into chat and he asked me like how the game was and you know if I had any feedback for the game and stuff. It was cool, man. Okay, I don't feel like I should be here yet. All right. Did he actually, or are you just saying stuff? Which is fine. You can just say stuff. You're allowed to express yourself here. It's just a matter of whether or not I'm gonna let you. Yeah, this does feel like the end of the game. You're right. Yes, that's true. Yeah, so I keep doing that. Bonk. Bonka bonka. Alright. The hard part for me is gonna be remembering where I have and have not been yet. But this is cool. I feel like I'm learning a lot about this game. So this game has 29 checkpoints because it's one for each day in February. Although I think it has a few more checkpoints than that. I think there's some checkpoints that are not tied to one of the collectibles. Yeah, well, in my world, every year is a leap year because I'm so happy to see you. It sounded a lot sweeter in my head. An ice world. How do you account for the Earth's rotation? Simple. I don't have a CPA degree, so I don't account for anything. I simply hope that my taxes are correct every year. Snowman. Oh, whatever. I don't know. I clearly don't know anything about... What did I bounce on? Oh, I bounced on the ground. Duh. Read. BITF. I'm trying to determine what that is. Based on context clues. I'm usually pretty good at discovering what... Brawl in the Family. Oh my gosh! Man, it's been so long since I've thought about Brawl in the Family. Wow. Remember when webcomics used to be like a thing? I guess they probably still are, just, you know, for perverted weirdos. And I don't know if I'm joking. I do miss webcomics, man. I remember when my brother showed me VG Cats for the first time. Are any VG Cats heads in chat? Because that was, I think my first, like, introduction. Uh-oh. That's definitely not how I live. I know it wasn't for perverted weirdos, but it could have been. No, it probably was not. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, it was just, you know, like, let's throw a little gag into 4 panels and call it a... Oops. Gotta stop doing that. I'm trying to remember what Face Punch is. I'm sure that I'd seen it before, but I also don't remember. Like, the name is familiar. Okay, how do I, like, fall down? Whoa! What the heck? You can't do that to me, game. That's too much information all at once. All right, apparently if you fall down on ice really hard, you break your neck still. Oh, it's the forum made by Gary Newman, the guy who's saying you got a friend in me. I get it. And brother, you got a friend in me. So how do I, like, bounce? Maybe I'm just supposed to get that 25 later. I keep killing myself on this little fall right here. Okay, that one was my fault. I should not have done that. Short people got. Alright, well they were. That's true. As was that one. It's really becoming an issue for me. I'm dying a whole bunch. But isn't that what Groundhog's Day is all about? Whoops. You're stuck here, Yelnats. You're locked in here with me. Anyway. I need to go back and get that day. Alright, maybe they're... Okay. Yeah. Oh, so you're telling me I gotta, like, fall a super deep height. I see what you're cooking. B-Day. Yeah, it's a little tricky. I like how they let you have a, like a grid so you can see what the fall damage is. But it's cool how they make it work. I'm smelling what you're stepping in, game. Wait, hold on. That's not it. Is the whole Groundhog Day thing, is that just from that one movie? Was that really a part of the Groundhog Day lore otherwise? Or is it just Bill Murray dying and coming back a whole bunch? I never really understood Groundhog Day, personally. Whoops. I would say it's like a 7. Whoops. It's like a 6 or 7 out of 10. And maybe it's a better movie than that. And shoot, I forgot. And maybe it's like a better movie than I'm giving it credit for. But I just honestly find the character of Bill Murray kind of annoying. A solid 8? Maybe you're right. Maybe it is a solid 8. I just find Bill Murray tiresome, personally. Also, I missed a day. And now I feel like I have to go back there. I gotta get that 25. Unless there's less, or there's more stuff for me to watch. I guess it's kind of rewatchable because that's the whole gag, right? Is you repeat the movie as soon as you finish watching it. No, I don't guess that's not really a gag. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big movie rewatcher. I feel like a lot of stories haven't really done like a good time loop story, in my opinion. I don't know. Like, if we're talking about just like stuck in like the same day over and over. I guess you have to hand it to Groundhog Day. Sci-fi Groundhog. Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, the protagonist was kind of annoying, but that's mostly just the qualms I have with Tom Cruise, not really with, like, the plot. I did enjoy Edge of Tomorrow. I think as far as, like, Groundhog Day style movies, I think if we're going to build a tier list, I would say Edge of Tomorrow is probably an A for me. Just because I think it was just such a fun movie. Now, Source Code I haven't seen, but I heard it's good. Okay, how do I fall? I feel like this is an instance where I have to fall from, like, such great heights, you know? Nope. I don't think I can fall through that many layers. Maybe I can fall further from here. Yeah! Okay. Well, I was close. I had something there. Tatami Galaxy. I've heard of Tatami Galaxy. Uh-oh. That one crashed my OBS. I'm still alive. I'm alive, though, so that's good. As long as I'm alive, it's okay. But yeah, my OBS is definitely... It did not enjoy that, and I also don't enjoy being here. Somebody in chat say something, so I know that that part of OBS is at least working. Okay. Yeah, I don't fully understand it either. Sometimes my computer gets a little sick, and I don't really know why. It's not like a hard crash, but sometimes the video will just stop videoing. And I think that's because... I mean, I just put a little too much strain on the old PC, which is weird because... I feel like I've checked the CPU. It's a pretty low CPU right now. Thank you, Yelnats. Thank you. Yeah, the preview just like freezes on me. So it's funny how I'm actually stuck on the time loop message that Paper Mache sent, because that's kind of where I'm sitting at right here. Is I'm looking at my own time loop in the OBS. Whoa! This map is too large. I also don't know why it took me that long to figure out, with a literal giant arrow pointing me where to go. Oh, is that the cool S? It's the cool S, which I think is trademarked. I think the cool S is trademarked, sadly. I found it the last day. Whoops. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. All right. 16. Oh, well, there's a lot of days, but this is, I guess it is the last day, chronologically speaking. I still have a lot more days to go. Okay. Like, you bounce up there, and then you want me to, like, no? What is down there, I wonder? Is this like a looping? I'm sure that like at the very end of the game, it'll be like, you were the 29th day all along. You were the Terminator. You were John Connor or Sarah Connor or whichever. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Okay, hold on. We can do this. I just have to fall far enough, but not too far to bounce. That's too far. Okay, hold on. And I'm sure these symbols mean something. There we go. See? Simple as. I'm stuck. Just kidding. I guess I'm not stuck. Yeah, I think that's how Kung Fu Panda went. Be honest with me, are the other Kung Fu Pandas worth watching? Or are they just like kids movies? Because I know everybody says like, oh, Kung Fu Panda is not kids movies because, you know, I grew up with them. Therefore, all the sequels are still made for me, a 30-year-old adult. It's like, I understand that. It's not like I, you know, won't watch an animated flick myself. But I just have to know if they're kids movies. And it sounds like they're still kosher. Which is good, because, you know, I like a good animated story. Hey, maybe we're gonna watch that for Movie Club, because somebody hasn't made a pick yet. But I do hear a lot out of the Kung Fu Panda movies is that they're good action movies. Yeah, Movie Club. Also, I forgot to update my my Letterboxd review. I'm in a movie club with some friends right now. Llama House. Whoops. Oh, that makes sense. And what have we watched? Problemista, which I liked. I thought that was a good one. I did pick it, so that's a little different, obviously. And then what did we watch? All of Us Strangers, which I thought was okay. And then Before Sunset. I'm not a big, or Sunrise, excuse me, Before Sunrise. Sunset is a different one. It's one of the sequels? Is it Before Midnight? That's the, I'm trying to remember the Linklater verse. Yeah, I don't know, like I guess the twist ending didn't really like lock in for me, but I guess I enjoyed the themes of acceptance from your parents who died in a car crash. That was a little resonant. Okay, so I'm missing a few days. Yep, and I'm missing my knees. I need to stop just jumping as soon as I spawn back in. And then this past week we watched Apostasy, which was about Jehovah's Witnesses in England. It wasn't a documentary, it was like a fiction movie. But I thought it was good. That was like a really, really good pick. Yep, you got me there. Left trigger, right trigger. I figured that one out. Just have to figure out how many more days I have left. If I could have like a map or something. I know I have technically a calendar at the bottom. See, I'm not ever going to remember that. I see the graphic in front of me. I'm just never going to remember where that is. Probably. And perhaps I will. Right, I can't fall that far because it would break my neck. That makes sense. Yeah, it's been kind of fun to do a little movie club, you know? It's feeling a little more cultured. Feeling like I'm expanding my tastes, picking some stuff I maybe wouldn't have seen otherwise. Hey, this looks familiar. Oh, I guess I gotta like try to bounce pretty high, perhaps. Can I get a good bounce on it? That's definitely not a way to get a bounce. Nope. That was a big mistakey. How am I gonna get a big fall here? But yeah, so and there's a movie I'm actually really looking forward to adding on Movie Club again as soon as it's my turn to pick again. Although Paper Mache, I don't think you've picked a movie yet. So maybe we don't get a movie by the end of the day. We get a new picker. I do think cinema is kind of back. I've been watching a lot of good stuff in the theaters, and I'm not just talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. Although I did enjoy Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought it was a fun movie, you know, if that kind of thing is your bag. Like, if you think you will enjoy the movie, then you'll enjoy it. And I know that it's incredibly mainstream to go to the theater to watch Deadpool and Wolverine, but I still had a good time, you know? I don't know why I did that. Oh, right, I have to drill. I have to go downward with my drill bod. Oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. This is the beginning of the game. Trap. Okay, now we're talking. We're talking about some real Kino. And by Kino, I mean I'm not entirely sure that movie is going to be good. But will it be funny? Yes. It does look like it'll be funny. I've seen some like reviews online that said it was like an unintentionally funny movie. It just seems like I hear that it's bad, but I still kind of want to see it. Like, are you a big Shyamalan fan? Would you say Paper Mache? Yeah, I see there's a background there. Ow. Okay. It just like the premise. When I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, this is kind of a fun premise for a movie. I think that I could have fun watching this. Oh, getting into the movies for free. That's a real sick tip. That's honestly, I would go to the movies a lot more if I could get in for free. Which is a very cold take. Okay. I've learned so much now. I feel like I can take this 23.